All right, guys. Well, I want to share with you this this journey I've been on for about the last week or so, and I'd like to say it's just a coincidence, the fact that my life kind of just got off track there for a while, and just so happens I get to talk about it today. But it's been about worrying and the things that have been going on in my life. So just to give you kind of a glimpse in my life in about the last week and a half or so, I've been trying to get my house ready. I got some work done in the basement, and it needs to be appraised because I'm trying to refi, because finances are kind of tight, and I'm trying to make a difference, and I'm cutting cable, and I'm trying to cut these expenses, and I've been taking this class on finances by Dave Ramsey. He says, you need to start cutting so many things that your kids think that they're going to be next, So, but it's been a bit of a stress, on me trying to get this stuff ready. I'm at work, and work is really slowed down, and there's no more overtime, and there's managers coming, hey, if you want to take VTOP, it's a voluntary time off, without pay, and yeah, we all jumped at that one. And it's just, I got my kids. I have one that started college this year. I got two more that start next year. How am I going to do all this stuff? There's always sin knocking at the door, wanting to come in and play, right? And it's just like, man, and I'm thinking about myself and all that's going on, and I'm feeling down, and I'm not making calls, and I even have Joe. It's like, man, I haven't heard from you. What's going on? And I got caught up with the stuff that's going on in my life. I'm arguing with my kids and my daughter, and then of course my ex calls me, and it's just like, whew, it's this whirlwind, this spiral, and I keep going farther and farther, and I'm getting upset, and all the little things are starting to kind of tick me off, and it's just like, what's going on? Well, what's going on is I was taking my eyes off of Jesus. I was, did any of you guys experience that? Does this sound like your life at all? Are you going through any of this? Because I'm sure, I know, I talk to you guys. Some of you are in the midst of stuff that I've been through. There's some deep stuff going out there. Well, I know how to get out of that. I do. And I want to share that with you. All right? And here's what happened to me. It was, okay, so for about 8 or 10 days, I'm just totally frustrated with everything and everybody. And Wednesday night, I leave service, and we're talking about all in, and I'm just not really feeling it because I'm still thinking about myself and all my list of stuff. And I got to stop in the food line now. My daughter wants something for tomorrow for lunch. I'm thinking, she can go out without food for a day because I really just want to go home, but I stop in. And as soon as I walk in the door, I see why I was supposed to stop in. See, there was a guy that I had talked to last week, had been trying to connect with me. He's having a tough time at home. As a matter of fact, his wife wants to leave him. And I was standing there, and to be quite honest, I'm like, God, I'm tired. I got my own stuff to deal with right now. I don't know that I want to do this. But I realized that he had put an opportunity in front of me, and I stopped. While he was in the checkout line, I said, all right, God, all right now, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. However long this takes, I'm tired. All right, I'll take the time, okay? I'm going in on this. And so he came out, and I could see it in his eyes, and he had the weight of the world on his shoulders. And he had his daughter in the car, and I just took a few minutes just to listen to what he had to say. And I kind of just shared with him, he was worried about, he's trying to do the right thing, and he's worried about missing what God would have him do. And I assured him, God is a good God, he'll give you plenty of opportunities, and kind of speaking to myself at that moment. And so he went home, and we prayed first, and he thanked me for taking that time, And right there, that little act right there. See, I've been doing this for a while. I know what it's like, but I still get caught up in that kind of stuff. And it changed my whole outlook. It changed how it went Thursday and how it went Friday and how it's going this morning for me so far. And let me tell you, what we need to do to get outside of ourselves is to start looking somewhere else. Let me share with you what God says about that. All right, it's in Matthew 6:25. Matthew 6:25. It says, "Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life." Okay, when you see do or do not in the Bible, that's a command. Okay, so how many of you are following that right now? Do not worry about your life. What you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more important than food, and the body more important than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not much more valuable than they? Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? And why do you worry about clothes? See how the lilies of the field grow. They do not labor or spin. Yet I tell you that not even Solomon in all his splendor was dressed like one of these. If that is how God clothes the grass of the field, which is here today and tomorrow will be thrown into the fire, will he not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? So do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? For the pagans run after these things, and your heavenly Father knows that you need them. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given you as well. Therefore do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. You know, do not worry. Are you living, excuse me, are you living in that? Are you obeying God in that? And what is seek my kingdom and my righteousness first? You know, he wants to give you all this. He's saying, I know what you need, right? I know the problems that you have. I know the worries that are going on in your life. I will take care of it. What I need you to do is seek my kingdom and my righteousness. Well, what does that entail? Well, what do we do? What's the answer to any question? Anybody been involved in what's the Tuesday night encounter? What's the answer to most any question? Jesus. Exactly. So what do? We follow Jesus. What did Jesus do? I mean, he wasn't worried about the things that were going on. People around him were accusing him. They were trying to kill him. They were threatening him. They were just, you know. But what did he do? Did he worry about that stuff? Now, he went around investing in people's lives. He went around healing. He went around raising the dead. He went around comforting and encouraging. And, you know, we kind of do that same thing today. You know, there are some of you that have just been raised from the dead recently. See, your spirit was dead until you surrendered your life to Christ. And then your spirit became alive. Well, somebody came up beside you and walked with you in that. You know, when we share with somebody who is sick and just pray for them, you know, there's a healing power when we show compassion to somebody and they feel loved on. I think it makes us feel better quicker. My kids loved when I would come over and kiss their boo-boo, because all of a sudden they don't need a Band-Aid or nothing. They're good to go. And I think that's how it is. That's part of the things that we need to do. See, because I think when we get caught up in worry, we're missing out on what we are supposed to be as Christ followers and who we are. I think we got the wrong idea. You know, Joe had a good analogy. I was going around just kicking stones, you know, for the last couple of weeks because of what was going on. And we're not supposed to be scratching around in the dirt. Let me share something with you. So, and here's the idea. Here's the thought. Have you ever thought this? Is this my life? Wherever you are right now, whatever you're going through right now, is this the best you'll ever get? Is this the best I can do, or the best I'll ever be? Is this all I'm good for? You ever have those thoughts?